name's Elizabeth, but you can call me Liz, and in today's video, we're taking it back old school to the day of the vampires. So if you want to see that, keep on watching, but first, let's get it.
Mój das ma kap, więc chodź do tańca, gdy krok to szansa i los nam gra. Mam duszę starca, nie lubię walca na...
I did say I would take this back into the age, back into 2013 and 2015. Now, I feel like 2013 was a weird age because I finished high school, but also because I feel like we were transitioning from vampires to zombies. Now I feel both vampires and zombies are very like in our pop culture, it's very like, the norm, but back in, you know, especially 2008 when Twilight came out, oof boy, all the girls were thirsting for vampires or werewolves. This came towards, I believe, the end of that whole saga. And the anime that I will be talking to you about will be Diabolical Lovers DiaLovers, both the first and the second. So the first is Diabolical Lovers and the second is Diabolical Lovers 2 More Blood. This is a harem school shoujo vampire type of genre, and it aired between, the first one aired between September to December 2013, and the second aired between September and December 2015. Now, this thing is actually rated R17, and it's said because of blood and gore, but I feel like Attack on Titan or even Demon Slayer are more bloody and gory than Diabolical Lovers. They rated R17 because of all the sexual overtones. Now, you probably were thinking, sexual undertones you mean? No, this shit has sexual overtones. This is not subtle at all. Of all the sucking and biting and language, that's why they gave it R17. Not because it's super bloody, because it's not, but because of all the sexual overtones that we will be talking about today. So I feel like before I explain what the heck is going on in this anime, I should explain the characters. Now, obviously there are way more characters than the 10 vampire boys and the one girl. Like I said, I believe it's called a reverse harem, because I think a harem is one boy and a bunch of girls. I think this is a reverse harem with one girl and 10 boys. So I could talk about Cordelia or Richter, but they're just extras that we don't care about because they die. I could talk about the two founders, but we don't find out anything about them, so they're extras, so I don't care about them. So buckle up, because I have a bunch of characters to get through. So the first is Yui Komori, and I apologize if I say any of these names wrong because I don't speak Japanese. Who is voiced by Rie Suegara, who has played Takami Karibuchi in Brave Witches. She is the only girl, basically feeds 10 vampire boys. So now we have 2 vampire clans, brothers, which are the Sakamaki and the Mucca Me Brothers. So I'll start out from oldest to youngest for the Sakamaki. So you have Shu Sakamaki, who is the oldest, who is voiced by Toriumi Kosuke, who has been Wakamatsu Kosuke in Kuroko no Basket. Then we have Reiji Sakamaki, aka Megane-chan, who is voiced by Konishi Katsuyuki, who has been both America and Canada and Hitalia. And then we have Ayato Sakamaki, who I'm pretty sure you have seen all over. This dude is popular. He is voiced by Hikaru Modorikawa, who has been Tsunago Hakamoto in Boku no Hero. Then we have Kanato Sakamaki, who is voiced by Yuki Kaji, who has been Todoroki Shoto in Boku no Hero. And we have Laito Sakamaki, who is voiced by Daisuke Hirakawa, who is Rei Ryugasaki in Free. And then finally we have baby Subaru Sakamaki, voiced by Kondo Takashi, who has been Ritsu Onodera and Sakaichi Hatsukoi. And now we have the Mucca Me Brothers, who is Ruki Mukami, who is voiced by Sakurai Takahiro, who has played Griffith in Berserk. And then we have Ko Mukami, who is voiced by Kimura Ryohei, who has been Boku to Kotaro in Haikyuu. Yuma Mukami, voiced by Suzuki Tatsuhisa, who is the vocalist of the Orthodox. And we have Azusa Mukami, who is voiced by Kishio Daisuke, who has been Shinobu Takatsuki in Junjo Romantica. Just like any other vampire anime or vampire movie, these vampires have had a terrible childhood. Now, the Sakamaki brothers are actually purebreds, which means both their parents are vampires. The Mucca Me brothers, their vampire daddy overlord is the one who turned these people into vampires. So they're lesser on the scale. So basically in season 1, skip the first 6 episodes. They are useless. You do not need to see them because you have 6.5, which tells you everything that has been happening up to this point. When I say this anime was made for the thirsty bitches that we are, this anime was made for us thirsty bitches, because it's literally 6 episodes of Yui finding out she's going to this mansion. Her father sent her. He went away abroad. We don't care about him. He's an extra. She went to this mansion where she found out that she was gonna be with a bunch of vampires, and they proceeded to suck and bite her, and she was basically their living source. But she has like some grade A quality blood. Finds out that all the 6 Sakamaki brothers are very sadistic, and they absolutely love the pain face that she makes. And she starts feeling like chest pains, and she starts kind of seeing at random this purple-haired vampire lady who we later found out is Cordelia, who is the mother of Ayato, Laito, and Kanato. Now, just skip those 6 episodes, watch 6.5, because from 6.5 the plot just whoosh, takes off. There was no plot, and then there was all the plot. So let me explain very briefly all their childhood so you can understand why they are so sadistic and why Yui is special. So you have Shu and Reiji. They share one mother, and I believe she is the first wife. But Shu, being the oldest, was just like in any aristocratic family, he is supposed to take over. He was a very carefree child, but his mom really, you know, he's the oldest, so he should start studying and being the number 1. But Shu was just a very carefree child. He made a friend called Edgar. And we have Reiji, who, in my opinion, should have been the first child because he was very diligent. He was always studying, but the mother always ignored him in favor of Shu because Reiji is the second child. Who cares about him? Reiji developed this complex of Shu is an idiot who does nothing. Reiji grew to absolutely hate his older brother, and he later on killed his mother, who the mother was always like, oh, I knew you were gonna kill me, and died a very peaceful death, which pissed off Reiji because you never loved me, so now he wants Yui to suffer a very terrible death. Next we have Ayato, Kanato, and Laito. Now their mom is the one that causes havoc in season 1. She's the second wife, and she wants Ayato to take over. So because of the whole pressure she put and the traumatic experiences of, oh, I don't know, her pushing her child into the ocean while he can't swim, or a lake, Ayato developed this complex where he was very, oh, Ore-sama, like you should bow down to me and stuff like that. But at the same time, he's very scared because his mom did throw him into water. And then you have Kanato, who developed a complex because the mother basically ignored him except for having him sing for her, which sexually aroused her, which I was like, oh, I need holy water. And then you have Laito, who I think has the worst childhood of them all compared to Subaru. Like, Laito and Subaru, like, yes, they all have terrible childhoods, but Laito, oh, I need holy water. Laito, the mom, Cordelia, was like, oh, you cute, and started a relationship with him. The father found out. He threw Laito into the dungeon, basically, and then Laito developed this complex and is very perverted because he never saw his mother as his mother, but as just a woman. Ugh, I need holy water. And then we have baby Subaru. Now, Subaru is what you would consider a tsundere, because he actually gives Yui many chances to escape, and he's actually helpful, like a very tiny certain degree. His mom was actually the sister of Carl's Hein, their father, and she really loved her Oni-chan. But she also struggled with this complex of, I really love him, but he's a jerk. But he really loves me and not his 2 other wives. But he's a jerk. And she somehow got pregnant with Subaru. She hated that baby because he was basically the son of incest. The mom gave Subaru a blade to either kill her or kill yourself, which then was given to Yui to either kill Subaru or kill herself. And then Cordelia dies because Ayato was the one going after her. He effed her up, and then she ran to Laito because, oh my god, baby, please help me. And then he pushed her off the balcony, and then Kanato burned her, but he noticed that her heart was missing. Now, this heart is in Yui for some reason. Yui is known as the sacrificial bride. Her beloved church has been sending a bunch of girls to them to feed them, basically. It's kind of like a contract they have. I don't know. Then Cordelia manages to come back as Yui, but then, you know, she stabs herself because she doesn't want the brothers fighting over her as their sacrificial bride, even though Ayato already said she was his sacrificial bride. Whatever. She stabs herself, and then somehow I'm supposed to believe that all of them care about her, like genuinely care about her. Like, I'm supposed to believe this? How? Why? When? When did this happen? Literally, all throughout all 11 episodes, they go like, basically, you are the most beautiful when you are in pain. I want to give you pain. You cannot die a simple death. And I'm supposed to believe that to care about her. And then it ends, and she gets better, and Cordelia and Victor died. Whatever. And then we have season 2. Now, I already explained that Yui is a sacrificial bride, but Yui is also something called an Eve. Now, Yui has been having some dreams before a certain car accident, and in this dream, she's in a place. The ground is like the sky, and in the middle, there's an apple tree. Now, I want you to think of a story that has an apple, a man, and a woman. Please take your time. I will wait. If you guessed the story of Adam and Eve and the apple of temptation, then you are correct. Yui is not only a sacrificial bride, but she is also the Eve to the Mucca Me Brothers. Now, to explain very briefly, the Mucca Me Brothers had also a very terrible time. They lived in a time where the country was at war. Riku's family was actually that of aristocrats, and he didn't exactly treat anyone nicely because he was so rich. But his father did very terrible financial businesses, basically, and they stopped being rich. His mother ran away, told him he loved him, and the father hanged himself. Now, Riku being like a 7-year-old boy, the servants basically beat him up and then sent him to an orphanage. And then in the orphanage, they found out he was this aristocrat, but he was acting so high and mighty that they branded him, which Yui notes that those brands look like angel wings. And then he meets everyone else. They try to escape, fell, and meet Carl's Heinz. Have Ko Mukami, who is the idol by day and a vampire by night. And he used to live in a manhole ever since he was like a baby, and he always looked up at the sky and wanted to go outside of that manhole. And when he got out, he was about to die because, again, there was a war going on in this country. The guards saw his face and saw that he was so beautiful, so they sent him to an orphanage. And Cole really thought his life was about to turn around, but then the orphanage was a shitty place, and they would send him to aristocrats to do various things. Cole thought his life would never end, so he decided to gouge out his eye, which only made the aristocrats happy because he's beautiful and damaged. And then he met Riku, they tried to escape, and then Carl's Heinz came into the picture. Then you have Yuma Mukami, who is, I later find out that Yuma is actually Edgar, Shu-chan's friend, who Reiji killed. Basically burned the whole country, and somehow he survived. He became part of this rebellion group, and he grew up like the rebellion group got captured. He went to the orphanage, met everyone else, tried to escape, met Carl's Heinz. And then we have Asusa, who many believe that his family was gypsies and they left him to die, and he was in an orphanage, and 3 people always kept bullying him and hitting him, and he developed this complex where when he was hurt, it meant a good thing, that he was helpful, that he was useful. But then those 3, they got killed, executed, I believe. And then Asusa was sad because who would make him feel useful? And then he met Riku, they tried to escape, and met Carl's Heinz. And literally, 2nd season, it's just them biting and licking her, and also Yui having these dreams of the apple tree and how it grows. And they're supposed to be an Adam. She's supposed to see who is Adam because she's the Eve, but she doesn't really see anyone. And then they go to school, and then you find out that all these brothers actually have star beliefs. So you have Ruki is actually Ayato's rival, Cole is Subaru's rival, Yuma is Shu's rival, and Asusa is Kanato's rival. They go to school, and Yui finds out that Ayato is looking for her, and I'm supposed to believe that the Sakamaki brothers, all of them sadistic, were super worried about her. Like, I'm supposed to believe this. It's more believable that they're more worried about her blood than her well-being. And then Riku, because he's getting anxious because the Adam and Eve plan isn't going as according, he starts getting anxious, he starts getting more angsty, and he puts Yui into this like room, and then Ayato is able to find her and take her back to the Sakamaki house. Which is a good thing, because then these two werewolves come and attack the Mukami like mansion looking for Yui. And then Riku's hurt, so Azusa goes and tries to take Yui back, but Kanato's like killing her because how dare she leave him. And then, like I said, those two, Azusa and Kanato, are rivals, so he throws his dear beloved Teddy into the fire, and Yui goes back to the Mukami household, which is a good thing, because then the werewolves go to the Sakamaki house and basically trash the place. Riku and Ayato figure out that they have to work together to protect her, and Riku asks her, are you okay with this? Can we protect you? And she says, yeah, sure. And then it's very threesome-y because both Riku and Ayato take her, because she is Ayato's sacrificial bride, but she's also Riku's Eve. So very threesome-ish. And then that's how it ends. Riku tells her that in order for them to become Adam, they have to give her the choice. And that's how it ends. My final thoughts. Basically, it had so much potential. So it has 24 episodes total, 12 for each season. Each episode is 12 minutes. Of those 12 minutes, technically there's only 10 minutes or less, because you have the intro song and the outro song. That is about, what, 120, 240 minutes. Out of those 240 minutes, only about 60 minutes go into plot. The rest is biting and sucking her. And Yui is always like Pikachu face, like shock face, like vampires aren't I'm so annoyed, because this thing had so much potential, and it was there too. You had two vampire family people rivaling. You have one girl who is both the sacrificial bride and an Eve, and then you have two werewolves who apparently are something called the founders. You have this blood moon that's happening in the second season, where all the vampire powers are gonna be way low, but the werewolf powers are gonna be way up, and you don't show me a fight scene. You don't show me anything. I'm so annoyed. This had so much potential, and yet they decide to give most of the screen time to the thirsty people. Like, I get it. Vampires. We want vampires to fight us, you know? But seriously, you had so much good potential, and this is how you give me? But then again, this thing was from an otome game, so much like Prince of Stride, it's based on an otome game, which I believe has between 5 and 9 games, and there are a bunch of anthologies, 2 seasons, and 1 OVA. However, the OVA was released with one of the games, but no season 3, no, like, this is perfect for you if you have played the Otome Diabolik Lovers games. If you have not, you're gonna be like me, and you had so much potential, and this is what you give me. I swear. But yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, this anime had so much potential, and they decided to give it more to the whole sexual overtones and the whole basically biting and sucking and vampire thing. Like I said, the R17 rating was not given because of all the blood and gore that happens. Because Attack on Titan, even Demon Slayer, has more gore than this. It is given because of all the sexual overtones in this anime. Of all the biting and sucking and making it sound like something else. So, question. Who is your favorite Diabolical Lover vampire boy? Because mine is Ayato, Shu, Subaru, Riku, and Azusa. I don't care about the rest, honestly. Like, those 5. Like, I believe Ayato and Subaru have a slight, even Shu-chan, have a slight redemption. They're all sadistic. All of them. All 10 of them. They don't care about Yui as a human, or as a person, or as a being. They call her Mineko-chan, Beek-chan. Well, actually, Azusa is the only one that calls her, like, Eve. But even then, Eve. Is there another vampire anime where the lead isn't a dumbass? Because during the first season, Subaru gave her an out. And she was like, no, I have to find the information. I have to find out the truth. And this is the only place I can look. Because, you know, there's no other place like, oh, I don't know, the church that I can go ask for help. So if there's another vampire anime, please recommend it down below in the comments. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @E_Gomez Liz. After every anime that I've been finishing, I post like a little review on it, Twitter. So if you want, you can follow me on those platforms. Like this video if you want another vampire-esque anime. Let's talk about more vampires. Let's bring it back old school. Yeah. Comment, like, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more random shit, because that's what I'm here for, folks. And yeah, bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.